Sakura sends Mew to jail for Mew-like behavior. Samugi, stop. Wait, hold on. Let's not gloss over this. Let's not gloss over that one. Sucrose really did send Mew to jail for Mew-like behavior. It's about time someone did that. Good day, good people. There's another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toon Link. Day of Anomaly, the Anomalakars. Few know me as the man who is embroiled in the chaos. But to most, I'm the United States Aviator. Welcome back to the next to last? Yes, next to last, because yep. Episode of preseason for the 10th season of the Danganronpa Hunger Games, and this, you know what we're here for. You've seen the thumbnail. Welcome back to Hunger Games Season 10, Tag Team Agents of Chaos. This is always an important match because it is, potentially, some teams' swan song. Only the top 6 teams will go on to the Season 10 Tag Team premiere. And of those teams, only 2 teams will stay together indefinitely. The champions and the Agents of Chaos. The team that is decided in this match. And we have every team here who is not already in. So we're not seeing Shatter Machine the champions. We're not seeing Kiss from a Rose. We're not seeing Friendly Fisticuffs. We're not seeing the One Managers. And we're not seeing Peaceful Protest or Where's My Glove. Those 6 teams are ready and raring to go to fight for Shatter Machine's titles. But who's here to try and get a little chaotic? We'll explain what chaos means after we introduce everyone who's here, starting with the Headmaster, Jin Tengen, the Chunibyu family, Gundam Sonya Official, Kaito, come on, Hero, Kaito Kanji, I'm rooting for him, I really am. Cross-dimensional sisters, the only person who's been in chaos in singles and in tag teams, Kotoko, with Hilda. Brainiacs, Nagisa, Secondhand Symphony, Maya, Miss Maya, former tag team agent of Chaos, Mikan, and Makoto. Eye for an Eye, Munakata, Fuyiko, the champion Fuyiko. Oh, I guess I gotta change the sprite here too, don't I? And Dimitri, we'll do that in a second. Headphone Vibe and Masaru, and Neku. Unstoppable idols were stopped this season, Sayaka, Iris, Barbara. Rock on Ibuki, Reiko, Shinyan. Hornbears, Sato, Rantaro, former Agents of Chaos and former champions. The only Agents of Chaos to cash in Chaos and walk out as the champions. Never forget, Selfless Saviors, Juzo Keiji, Mishima. Hashtag spoiled Togami Natsumi Oda. Wolfpack, Gonta, Razor. Brute Force, Sakura Tenko, Mana, Here to Stay, Big Junko. Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and Nani Chiaki Corrupted Code Junko. And so, last season's Agents of Chaos. So, the only person to hold the title and to hold Chaos at the same time. 2 different types of Chaos. He was Tag Team Agent of Chaos and then started off as a singles champion. What? He's really pretty much done it all. He's just looking for Pancake, Gold, Shorty Sleepover, Himiko, Kana, Crazy Hiyoko. Unlucky Adventure Team, low-key, a fan favorite still. Nagito, Bennett, Jailbirds, Ryoma, Alice. Robotics Club, Kazuichi, Monica, Kibo, they made it to the finales, got their first win, but then they got ousted. Can they get back? Capture the Moment, Angie, Albedo, Now. Cutting Words, Toko, Pekko. 2B Me, Chihiro, Naoto. Hard Knock Life, Maki, Masuki, Kyutaro. Strong and Soft, Nekamaru, Daisaku, Mondo. Siblings, the obsessive siblings, Corey's in this house with Clover, Child. Icon's Kitchen has Aiko, Kai, and Ruruka, Ara, Mew, Lisa. Liar Liar, Kokichi, Venti, A Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical, Usami Paimon. Taking Out the Trash, Hifumi, Yosuke, Minimoto won the titles last season. They took out the trash, aka the competition, but they weren't able to hold on to the gold when it really counted in the finale. Kirigiri Protection Agency, Kizakura, and Yui want to get back to help protect the Kirigiris. Specifically Kyoko, because the other Kirigiri also has to make it. Do you remember the team that was illegal this season has Fred going on to the singles premiere? But can they also be in the tag team premiere with Ryoko and Mike? Bob Squad, Chie, Mahiru, Leon. Watching the World Burn, Monokuma, Midori. Oh, he's gonna read his dad. The End, Counter's Paradise, Celeste Jin, Marco. Brother Complex, Komaru, Lumine. Sinister Side, Chisa, Sarah, Golden Days, Batogami, Izuyoi, a team that we thought would do so well together but didn't really show up and show off like they did when they tied for the gold. Parsnip, Genocide Jack, Turnover, Pawn Shop, Mitarai, Mukuro, Yasuke. Mitarai, you can do it, my guy. Dinner at a Show, Teruteru, Date, Joe Mama. Well-fed athletes Hina, Anakane, God Mode Yuta, Azuri, Seeking Justice Taka, George, Dojima, The Apothecary, Seiko, Sucrose, Devious Disguises, Samugi, Ranya, and Ranger, Identity Crisis Hajime, Marie, K, Carry On, Shuichi, Kazuha, Behind Bars, Haiji Adachi, and Hunter Heroes, Pennyworth, Taichi. And let me go give Fuyuhiko his championship sprite. He does deserve it. I'll be right. He's up here. Yeah, he's good. That's our champ. Ladies and gentlemen. I guess we can scroll back to the top. You guys can make your picks, I guess. Who do you think would be chaotic the most? What do you want to see? I know what I want to see, and I'll talk about that in a second after I say, hey, your comments are important. This one, that one, that one. Make your picks first, second, and third. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, because the top six do go on to that premiere. So go ahead and pick your dream six that would go on. However, allow me to explain to you what it means to be the agent of chaos. Every episode that the champions, the tag team champions, step foot in, a wheel will spin. Starting at 5%. If it hits, chaos reigns. If it doesn't, chaos doesn't reign and everything's good. Well, everything's not good because the next time the wheel is spun, we're adding another 5% to that. And as you've seen in previous seasons, that starts to stack up quickly, that chunk gets larger and larger, and chaos gets more and more likely to hit. The Agents of Chaos, if that wheel is hit, are injected into the match if they are not already there, and the match becomes for the tag team titles. In addition, something that we've never seen before, and something that I would like to see, if the Agent of Chaos team is a trio, then all three members of the Agent of Chaos team are put into the match. Which has surprisingly never happened. It's not even unlikely because we have a lot of trio teams. I think trio teams might be trio teams are more common than duo teams. Yeah, trio teams are way more common than duo teams, and somehow, some way, we end up with duo teams to just hit every single time without fail. It's been crazy. However, I just gotta make some picks. If I had to pick anyone, I think I'd want it to be Secondhand Symphony. I kind of want them to somehow, some way follow the footsteps of the Horn Bearers, the OG Horn Bearers, the first two Horn Bearers, Rantaro and Sato. And I want them to, maybe come in and then cash Chaos, and then Maya would be the first ever two-time tag team Agent of Chaos. Not quite as impressive as Kotoko's, being Agent of Chaos in both realms. It'd still be pretty neat for Maya. And Quiet Maya winning a title, I think it's about time she got one. Especially since we've never actually really, yeah, Maya. She needs something. She's a character who deserves a little bit more love. So give me them for first. If I had to pick second place, Parsnip. I gotta admit, that team makes me smile. They do. And then give me Carry On, a team that was quiet last season. I think Shuichi had one good game, but otherwise they were quiet last season. I think they might come out on top today, or at least in the top 6, who knows. However, those are my picks for first, second, and third, and before I say let's get the show on the road, one more thing. As I said, some of these teams, they won't be back next season. Some of them will break up, some of the characters will go back to their dimensions, some new characters will come into this dimension, and we'll shake things up. If you have a team idea, it's not too late. In the tag team suggestion box or on the Discord, do what you gotta do. That tag team suggestion box is now, will continue to be, unless YouTube does something stupid and I kind of miss what it did. It'll be in the description at all times. A lot of these teams are teams made by you. You guys. The good people. Because I like to put your teams in there. It's like, you had a good idea, you deserved it. Have it in this episode. However, I think we've dillied. I think we've dallied because we have a big episode ahead of us. So, where are you? So, not today. Zoom in on me. Get on. Start the zoom in fact. Not today, Asnir. You thought for a moment that you would hit me again? Concuss me for the umpteenth time? Honey, no. You see these hands? They'll hit you. They'll scrape you. They'll maim you. And they do not discriminate. So much so, in fact, that these hands, oh, they recently got a rating from the entertainment software rating board. And that rating for these hands is rated E for everybody. Boom! So I hope you've learned your lesson, my friend. Even have US Aviator written on the side. It's real neat. It's real nice. It's real classic gloves. Alright, so hope you guys are. Also, that's why your comments are important. That's why you guys joking around is important, because your jokes can get created. That's been a joke in the comments. By Fish Sticks. You guys are inspiring. You inspire me to create. Good on you. And you inspire Asnir to get punched in the dang face. Face? Let's roll this thing. We've been rolling a whole lot of 4, haven't we? I'd like to see some 5s, you know, because, you know, it's classic. We'd like to see that for, you know, the 10th season. But I guess we're going 4. Not 1 time. But not 2 times. Not thrice either. But twice? Quadro? 4 times. No, there's thrice. I don't think I mean, there might be a ice for 4, but I don't know. Hey, let's go on. We got a whole bunch of competitors, and what will surely be one heck of a show. Let's see who goes on. Let's proceed, and we will see. It all begins. Gosh darn it, Gonta. Gonta, you're in tomorrow. Gonta, you are in tomorrow. I don't have that episode set up yet. It's gonna be set up like right after this one. But you're in tomorrow, Gonta, I promise you. The tributes, they stand on their podiums. The horns, they don't sound, so can we please, horn bearers? I cannot hear you. Sound. The horns! Most excellent. Iris and Kranya try to find a way to escape. Vike throws a knife into Gonta's chest. Vike, you might be Teach, but like, I gotta teach you. Gonta needs a little bit of love. There's a couple characters who haven't gotten a win and they need more love, right? But Gonta's only got the one, and it's been since season 1. Most other people have at least 2 wins, but Gonta, he needs a little something. Celeste and Lumine fall in love at first sight despite the circumstances. Razor receives a vision of him dying brutally at the hands of Oda and Taka. As he sees them approaching, he uses this foresight to avoid dying. Dimitri seriously contemplates suicide. Don't do it, Dimitri. Don't do it. Mondo runs away from the cornucopia. Sayaka can't handle the circumstances and commits suicide. I wish I could say don't do it, Sayaka, don't do it. Turner Boy runs away from the cornucopia. So does Jin. Azuru comes to the arena to capture a dangerous killer that has escaped from an insane asylum. Child runs away from the cornucopia. Peko and Chisa threaten a double suicide. It fails and they both die. There's been a lot of goodness gracious. Kana gets a kitchen knife, then stabs Chie. Oh, you know, I guess I should have expected this one to be fairly bloody since there's so many people. Let's see how much worse it gets. Seiko runs away from the cornucopia. Mishima enters the arena but changes his mind and then leaves immediately. He's like, haha, I can't wait to play these games. And he sees bodies dropping left and right and he's like, well, maybe I can wait to play these games. Chisa runs away from the cornucopia. Chihiro runs away as well. Sakura, former champion Sakura, sets off an explosive, killing Sonya, Kai, and Date. Jeez Louise. A sudden urge of dread overcomes Akane as they notice Aiko staring at her. Really? Dread is Aiko? Aiko? Little Aiko? Aiko? Albedo, Mizuki, Junko AI, and Kazuha form a suicide pact, killing themselves. This bloodbath is low-key cursed. Uruka spots her most prized possession amongst the supplies. She goes to grab a Bumikon, reaches it first. She steals it for her own. Neku, he's like, I'm out of here, runs away from the cornucopia. Toka finds a teleporter, teleports her to the Friday simulator. She wanders off and is never seen again. Okay, Toka. Gundam runs away from the cornucopia. Nane Achiaki finds a canteen full of water. Fischl breaks Sucrose's nose for a basket of bread. Taichi grabs a honey-glazed ham. Barbara snatches a pair of sais. Mukuro throws a knife into Nagisa, no. Fun fact, a group of alligators is called a congregation. Oh, no. So wants to be a preacher and lets a congregation of alligators loose in the arena. You know, I kind of really felt like we had too many reptiles already. I really did. But here we are again. Hajime gets down on one knee and proposes to Adachi. Adachi accepts and the two happily skip away from the cornucopia. That feels cursed. Angie receives a vision of her dying brutally at the hands of Samugi and Hina. As she sees them approaching, she uses that foresight to avoid dying. Usami decides to lend me a hand. After me just feeling all of the despair, she's like, Komodo dragons, not today. Boom. Got rid of one. Love to see that, Usami. Now runs away from the cornucopia as Naoto finds a torn photo of Mew within her pocket, the word friend scribbled on the back. A sudden urge of dread overcomes Kei as they notice Kazuichi staring at him. Crazy Yoko takes a loaded shotgun and fires it at Bennett. Bennett can see the pellets approaching in slow motion and dodges them all, and then he trips on a rock, but he does live. Maki falls into a frozen lake and she drowns in it. Hifumi runs away from the cornucopia. Junko finds an ocarina in the cornucopia and she plays it. Rantaro wanted to get her for it. He wanted to delete her from existence for it, but the sound warms his heart, and he spares Junko. Yosuke runs away from the cornucopia, so does Rantaro and Tenko and Mitarai, but Fat Togami finds a teleporter, teleports him right behind me. There is a fence there now. You can't get there as Monoguma grabs two swords, spins rapidly on the spot, cleaving Dojima, Alice, and Himiko. And they have all perished. Keiji gets down on one knee and proposes to Ryoko. Before she can give an answer, Hilda beheads Keiji with a sword, leaving Ryoko in a state of shock. Hilda's not playing games today. Nagito runs away from the cornucopia. Shuichi, Sarah, and Leone arrive to the games as a group, but are late and penalized 50 luck for it. Paimon grabs a machete. You know what? That's a fun mental image for some reason. Minamimoto spots his most prized possession. Munakata gets it before he can reach it. Kaito, Q, Taro, and Kokichi assist each other in getting the best of weapons. Ibuki scares Fret from the cornucopia. Yasuke and Haiji compare the knives that they found, but Mama comes in with a spoon and she gets laughed at. Katoko runs away from the cornucopia. Hiro has already killed Quark at the start. Hiro, that's against the rules. The horns had not started when you had killed him. What are you doing? Get this man's out of here, you're disqualified. Disqualified. Eliminated. Get out of here. Monica cozies up to Ryoma and Marie looking for allies. Your whole team is still in. Your whole team! Kibo and Genocide Jack run away, scares Genocide Jack away from the cornucopia. Mai receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Corey finds some AV-shaped popsicles in the cornucopia. They are delicious. Fuyiko in the end buries Jinyan in the snow. Shinyan, oh no, and leave her there to perish. You hate to see it. Pennyworth stays in the cornucopia for resources. We are almost to the bloodbath, but Sato grabs a first aid kit, runs away. Izioi, George make a secret pact to work together. Makoto takes a running start, and Superman punches Tengen, sending him flying across the arena. Togami finds an ocarina in the cornucopia, plays it. Rantaro wanted to take him out, but he's like, no. You get to live too. Mahiru plays all of the Hornbear instruments at once. It's so awful that the Hornbears team up and absolutely demolish Mahiru. You didn't have the swagger that Gundam had. He pulled it off. Mahiru did not. She's like, oh well, maybe not. Someone should have protected her better. Ranger runs away as Soda's Komaru. Keiji was spacing out. Wonders if the die was rolled on a 1. It hasn't hit 1 in a long time. It's just been a bunch of 4. I think Asnir's rigging this thing. I bet you he is. And Natsumi acts antisocial and refuses to introduce herself. Marco runs away from the cornucopia, as does Nakamaru. Joe finds a model cornucopia in the cornucopia. Daddy clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Kizakura grabs the fishing bait while Juzo grabs some fishing gear. Mana gathers as much food as she possibly can. Yuta, Clover, Yui, Reiko, and Jin have a party to boost morale. During it, Yui turns off the lights and kills Yuta. Yui is someone who we don't want to play around with either, because she low-key comes out and she pops off. Venti runs away from the cornucopia. Crazy Yoko Extra Large does as well. So does Daisaku, and Teru kills Masaru as he tries to run. Not today, Masaru. Not today. We still have a day to get through. With so many people gone, we still have Jiro turning the tables. I learned this one from experience, Chihiro says, as he brains Daisaku with a dumbbell. Nekamaru finds the body and messes with it for fun. Chihiro, we gotta talk. Akane has drip, but Marco is the director of drip. And you know what? Looking at that attire, I might believe that. Togami, the fattest of the Togamis actually, spins so fast that he becomes a human Beyblade. Oda does a sick kickflip but falls flat on his face as he fails the landing. Celeste finds a secret stash of pancakes that I have hypothetically hinted at. Taichi, oh, Taichi. Or should I say, oh, Taichi! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous tag team champs and feel the power. Shatter Machine, they are the tag team champs, you know, I feel that, I vibe with that, but we still have, no, that's wrong, we still have, no, that's wrong, but this is right. As Ryoma finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. Genocide Jack throws sand into the eyes of George and runs off. Clover commits a crime and runs away giggling. That feels surprisingly in character, Mana fishes. So tells a frustrated Togami to chill out. Mitsuru is exposed to Mondo's sensitivity aura, causing him to become more emotional. Razor commits a crime and runs away giggling. Less in character. Tenko does a cool skateboard trick to amuse Kibo. Sakura receives fresh food from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Togami berates Izuoi for hours. Izuoi is like, you know what? We grew closer that day. Miu, Marie, Junko, Kei, and Hilda look for more people to kill, not become friends with, just to murder. Oh, Mai is making Bennett angry. Mai's not gonna like Bennett when he's angry. Angie finds the remains of a Viking ship. Lisa and Gundam fight Makoto and Lumine. Makoto and Lumine survive. A little pro tag team up there. Rest in peace to Lisa and Gundam. Kana gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. But her hand's so small, how big is this can of Pringles? Tengen. decapitates Crazy Yoko with a sword. Tsumugi spends a day ticket on Ryoko. Sucrose drinks cactus juice and starts to hallucinate it. Joe is trapped in a box. Poison, every so often. Is he alive? Is he dead? Once we proceed, we'll find out, but Yasuke finds the gauntlet, which once again rarely shows up, but upon snapping, Komaru, Leone, Hajime, Ibuki, Hiroko, Teru, and Fischl, dusted. Sato is theorizing how best to counter Avi's jinx. Usami, Kaito, and Aiko argue over what ingredients to buy for dinner. From Avi's wares and despairs, the arena supermarket, the best arena supermarket. The inn cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Rest in peace to him. Kotoko sets up an ice cream stand. Monokuma joins as Kotoko's faithful assistant. Who would have thought? Minimoto sets up an ice cream shack, but nobody comes. They all went to Kotoko's. Maya dyes her hair gold. I'm gonna say not a good look. Ranger finds Shuichi's hat and puts it on. In character. Well, hold on. Is Shuichi dead? If Shuichi's dead, it's very in character. Very in character of my guy Ranger. Oh man, Venti teaches Mukuro some fighting moves. Little does Mukuro know that Venti's teaching her wrong is a joke. Dimitri creates his own super identity and lists Haiji as his sidekick. Well, you know, maybe. I don't think that it would be a particularly good hero. Dimitri's more of an anti-hero. Turnip Boy poisons Jin's drink but mistakes it for his own and dies. Turnip Boy, you fool! Hina overhears Hifumi and Juzo talking to the distance. Daddy finds a bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Wait, that's the wrong simulator. Oh well. Taka sets up an ice cream shack. Yosuke comes and buys some. It was delicious. Everyone's setting up ice cream shacks today, except for Kizakura, who severely injures Cory and puts him out of his misery. Vike throws a snowball at Naoto's head. Naoto swears revenge. Naniya Chiaki receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Who's out here giving Chiaki these chocolates? Probably a lot of y'all. Kanji takes Iris to Suplex City. As Sarah, Shuichi, and Nagito receive report cards evaluating their performances. Games, Sarah, sharpshooting, steel-minded, big sister Sarah gets an A. Shuichi gets a C, and Nagito gets a big fat F. Yui receives a box of chocolates as well. Which one of y'all is giving Yui these chocolates? Maybe not many of you, but you know what? Yui's pretty cool, I would. Kazuichi dyes his hair gold. I'm gonna say not a good look. But I think he might be able to make it work. Barbara. Now, Natsumi and Pennyworth raid at Zuru's camp while he's hunting. Seiko hopes that Avi doesn't jinx her. We'll see about that. Paimon's unknown sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends. Child creates his own super identity and endless crazy. Yoko Extra Large is a sidekick. Reiko reuses Righteous Anger and yeets Fret into the oblivion. Farewell to you, Fret. Kranya starts writing a novel. Will she ever finish it? Jin's allergies are so bad he sends the arena back to April. No, Jin. Now my allergies are gonna go. Ruka stabs Kyutara with an icicle. Oh no. Munakata grabs a present. It's a lump of coal. It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's an ordinary cop. He's a Dachi 10. Well, that won't bore him. He could have been in a tag team with a Zero. Well, Fuyuko seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Mikon is pricked by thorns while picking berries, where Taro falls into a pit but somehow lives, and Neku questions Kokichi's sanity. That is a fair person who questions their sanity. We have lost. Bro. This is the, you know what? Like, give me the music that we played during the Give a Day season. That's not the one. This is the one. Tributes gather at Celeste Holiday Mansion one last time before the Christmas ends in Celeste Holiday Mansion. Crazy Yoko Extra Large and Ryoko hang up lights on Celeste's massive Christmas tree. Mukuro, Shuichi, Ranger, and Natsumi enter an eggnog drinking contest. Mukuro poisons all of their drinks, but not hers, and she wins by technicality. Monokuma and Munakata, two names that I mix up quite frequently, hang up lights on Celeste's tree as well. Nekomaru, Genocide Jack, Jin, and Barbara also indulge in that eggnog drinking contest. However, Nekomaru does the poison as well this time. Everyone else perishes. Fuyuko just sips on eggnog. He's like, you know what, I'm not going to enter that contest because I know what happens. Sato and Bennett set up the table for dinner. Vike tries to pull the tablecloth like magicians do, and not a plate moves. Angie stabs Hina with a candy cane shove. That's, wow, okay. Alright, Sakura sips on eggnog, Junko and Paimon set the table for dinner, Reiko pulls the tablecloth like magicians do, and not a single plate moves. Clover is choking on a candy cane. What a fool! Mikan approaches but simply ruffles her hair, smiles, and leaves. Oh my gosh. Dimitri, Kanji, Kazuichi, George, eggnog drinking, but Dimitri comes out on top because of the poison. He poisoned all those boys. Seiko, Tengen, set up the table for dinner. Sucrose pulls that tablecloth and not a plate moves. I'm surprised everyone's doing it successfully because there's a non-successful version of that one too. Tenko and Hifumi watch the AV Christmas special on Celeste's big screen, and you know who joins them? Kibo and Kana. Daddy he draws a crude picture of Santa. So, also draws a crude picture of Santa. Mana and Kranya set the table. Kokichi pulls that tablecloth like magicians, not a single plate moves. Togami and Joe hang up some Christmas lights. Usami gets tangled in the lights and unfortunately gets strangled by them. Monica, Yui watch the AV Christmas special. On the big screen, Marco sips on some eggnog. Haiji gets tangled in those Christmas lights and he gets strangled as well. Hilda uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Jin. Hilda then simply pushes Jin face first into the bowl of eggnog. That boy has drowned. You sucked his poor brains out, Hilda. She's been ruthless this game, if I'm being completely honest. Mitarai stabs Kay with a candy cane shiv razor. Draws a crude picture of Santa. Azuru gets tangled up in those Christmas lights. He has perished as well. Naku and Tsumugi hang up the Christmas lights on the Christmas tree. Minamoto uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Nagito. Simply pushes Nagito face first into that bowl of eggnog. Sarah and Oda hang up lights on the Christmas tree. Kaito also draws a crude picture of Santa. Chihiro, oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Chihiro's choking on a candy cane. What a fool. Taichi approaches, but simply ruffles his hair, smiles, and leaves. That's your son, Taichi. That's your son. Makoto gets tangled up in Christmas lights, but unfortunately gets strangled by them. Marie and Venti take a romantic stroll through the mansion's gardens. Who knew that those two were getting off? But they come across a giant man-eating plant. Taka, who's been stalking them, gets jealous and tosses Venti into the maw of the plant. He's jealous of them. Who would have thunk? Ruka and Pennyworth hang up some Christmas lights. Kotoko and Kizukura set up the table for dinner. Child tries to pull the tablecloth like magicians do, but literally every plate falls and flies off the table. Kotoko and Kizukura kill him in a rage. Fair, that's a big table you gotta set up. Adachi gets tangled up in the Christmas lights, strangled. Celeste draws a crude picture of Santa. Rantaro sips on eggnog. Juzo gets tangled up in those Christmas lights, he has perished. Yosuke, Nane Aichiaki hang up those Christmas lights. Aiko and Fat Togami take a romantic stroll. Who knew that those two were hitting it off? And then Nao gets jealous, pushes Fat Togami into the maw of the plant. She's like, who you want to see now, Aiko? Naoto uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Ryoma, pushes him face first into the eggnog. Izuyoi sips on eggnog. Mew uses the spell to suck the intelligence out of Akane. You probably didn't have to do too much sucking out, but hey, she's drowned in eggnog as well. Maya and Lumine set the table for dinner. Mondo tries to pull the tablecloth like the magicians do, but every plate and glass fly off the table. Maya, Lumine kill him in a rage. Yasuke gets tangled up in the Christmas lights, gets strangled by them. We shouldn't have, it should now actually be Claire de Lune, right? $70? 70? Alright, well look. Gonna try and speed Claire de Lune this one. 4. Gonta, Sayaka, Peko, Chisa, Chie, Mishima, Sonia, Kai, Date, Albedo, Mizuki, Junko AI, Kazuha, Toko, Nagisa, Maki, Dojima, Alice, Himiko, Keiji, Hiro, Quark, Shinyon, Mahiru, Yuta, Masaru, Daisaku, Lisa, Gundam, Crazy Yoko, Komaru, Leone, Hajime, Ibuki, Hiroko, Momo, Teru, Fischl, The End, Turnip Boy, Cory in the House, Fred, Kyutaro, Shuichi, Ranger, Natsumi, Genocide Jack, Jin, Barbara, Hina, Clover, Kanji, Kazuichi, George, Usami, Haiji, Jin, Kei, Uzuru, Nagito, Chihiro, Makoto, Venti, Child, Adachi, Juzo, Batogami, Ryoma, Akane, Mondo, and Yasuke. Woo! Here I am saying I have no idea how many people are left. 62, we lost more than half, but we still have a pretty large game to go. 62 remain. I'll do a slow scroll, not the whole Chunubiyu family's out. All of the Brainiacs are out. I'm surprised that Rakon's still here. Selfless Savior's out. Any other teams completely out? The Jailbird's completely out. Cutting Words completely out. Hard Knock Life completely out. That might be their last season too. Obsessive Siblings completely out. Could be their last season. What else do we what else? Bob Squad's completely out. Poor them. Could be their last season. I'm gonna say that for everyone. Parsnip, Dinner and a Show, Well-Fed Athletes, God Mode, Carry On, and Behind Bars are all completely out. But we got 62 people left, and we gotta get the show on the road, because that was all just encompassed in the first day. We're not even at night one. But let's proceed and we'll see what else unfolds as Angie sets up camp for the night. Mikan, Joe, and Rantaro cheerfully sing songs together. So enjoys some mozzarella sticks with Yui. Sarah fends Seiko, Taka, and Togami away from her fire. Kana's reflection distorts her true self as she pleads with what she sees. I wonder what she is seeing. Mukuro puts her trust in Lumine and allows herself to fall backwards. Lumine, of course, catches her. Mukuro says, I trust you. Junko would never do that. You're like a sister to me. Kaito lets Marco into a shelter meeting. Moto holds a secret meeting with Miu, Nakamaru, Kibo, and Daddy. Mitsurai finds a big red button. He's like, I'm not gonna press that. With my luck in these games, I would perish. Marie pays Sakura 500 mana coins to kill her medieval style via the wrist. Rest in peace to her. Maya kills Hilda with a sickle. You've ended the reign of terror that was Hilda this game. Hifumi is just Monika's split personality given form, Samugi. And Kizakura settled their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Kazako dyes her hair orange, probably also not a good look. Well, if it's not a harsh orange, maybe. Might not be the worst. She'd have to change her attire though. Ruka, Fuiko, Mana, Sucrose, and Naku get together to form an idol group. Yosuke begs for Monokuma to kill her. He refuses, keeping Yosuke alive. He's like, wow, that's shocking. Monokuma refusing to kill. Who would have thunk? Aiko introduces Tengen and Nani Achiaki to her imaginary friend. There's nobody there. Apartment complex? Really? Oda finds it quite simple. Naoto! Yes, queen. Let's go, Naoto. Nao is killed by Izuyoi before she can go to the planned meeting she has with Kranya. Paimon puts on a suave top hat, how fancy. Junko finds a DDR machine, she plugs it in, steps on it, sparkles balloons come out of nowhere as she gets down, as she gets groovy, as she grooves tonight. Crazy Yoko Extra Large dyes her hair yellow. Well, that's pretty much the same. Tinka kills Sato while she's sleeping. Oh no. I think that might be the end of the Horn Bears, actually. Iris receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Razor finds a sleeping Reiko on the ground, raises his hand, waves it in front of his face, dusts off his shoulder, punches Reiko right in the face. Despite Dimitri's desperate begging, Bennett decides to leave his campsite. Ryoko dyes her hair purple. Pennyworth sets up a rival shop for AV's wares and despairs. Don't you dare. Munakata finds a big red button, decides to leave it be. Celeste and Taichi exercise underneath the stars, and Mike hates Kokichi so much that he's created a squad against him. We will go on. Finally to day 2. And we see a whole bunch of people. And we see that some people are definitely going to perish. After Maya, Ryoko, and Sarah make some homemade weapons, a little bit of something happens. A little bit of, Naku, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Vike, Tinko, Tengen, and Bennett being forced to play the majority game. Bennett receives the most votes, but unfortunately for the others, somehow, some way. And that is just Bennett's luck. He's usually in unlucky situations, but always survives them. He was the sacrifice, which you would think is an unlucky card to get. However, they voted for him, so he couldn't be more lucky. He decides to choose Tengen, not to be executed. That's an interesting choice, Bennett, but you know what? More power to you. As I get ready to write down some names, because Kana, Samugi, and Dimitri, they're like, hey, let's have an intervention for your pancake addiction. However, they're confused on what an intervention is, and they just buy me a whole bunch of pancakes, and I got them over there in the stockpile, and they're so good. I'm adding into that pile that I'm hypothetically hinting at that doesn't exist. My secret stash that doesn't exist. And Kana? Samugi? The Mookser? Dimitri? World Pancake Championship Invitational. Kranya smells a rat. Izuyoi, not Azuru. He's gone. Drives up to Maki Donald's, wants an ice cream, but the ice cream machine don't work for Izuyoi. Avi, the ultimate Jinx, comment on how well Joe is doing. Paimon watches as Joe accepts his fate and just walks right off of a cliff. Whoops. Fuyuko does a sick kickflip but fails the landing, falls flat on his face. Naoto receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Sucrose discovers a river. Togami steals a tray of Monika's freshly baked cookies. Who knew that Monika was an expert baker? Angie tracks down and kills Kotoko. Rest in peace to the preseason princess. Mikon is exposed to Minamimoto's sensitivity aura, becoming more emotional. Rantaro commits Sora. Seiko washes her hands in the river. Mitarai receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a sword. Taichi receives an awesome splash from an unknown sponsor. Kokichi stabs Reiko with a sword, then revives him with his wish ring. Repeats the process until it burns his hand. Reiko just runs off. She's like, I'm done with that. Done with that one. Yui sips on some apple cider. I need to get some, to be completely honest. Nane Achiaki. Not get some. I mean, fill my mug with some, because I still have plenty. Nane Achiaki blows up, because there's a landmine, and boy does she step on it. Lumon finds Shuichi's hat, puts it on. Taka thinks AV has an addiction to getting new addictions. There's no proof. There's no proof to that, Taka. Junko overhears Sou and Nakamaru talking in the distance. Those are tag team partners. She's like, I wonder if Sou's plotting against me. Mukuro goes hunting. Kizakura reminisces about season 1. Monokuma receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Pennyworth goes nya to annoy Oda. Yosuke places a bomb next to a river to explode some fish. Celeste hands Aiko and Razor an invitation to her birthday party. They tear it up before her very eyes. How rude of them. Daddy spends the whole day walking around in shoes made of Legos. He's truly transcended beyond humanity. When you think about it, watching the world burn, they would be good for Agents of Chaos. Have to admit. Kaito, Kibo, and Ifumi argue over what ingredients to buy from my supermarket, the Arena Supermarket. The original, the OG, better than any other supermarket that may have been added in the future. Avius wears in despairs. Mew begs for Iris to kill her. She refuses, keeping Mew alive. Ruka wants Avi to give Sayaka a chance. Munakata overhears this and kills Ruka for asking for the impossible. That's my guy. Mana as an employee of Avi's wears in despairs. Love to see that. Prepares for the inevitable shopping raid, and Marco and Sakura talk about their lives. We lost. Not that many this time, but still a dozen. That brings us down to an even 50, I believe, as we declare Daylune 4. Marie, Hilda, Now, Sato, Neku, Crazy Hyoko, Extra Large, Vike, Tenko, Joe, Kotoko, Nane Achiaki, Ruruka. And we'll see everybody's statuses this time. Headmasters have Tengen, Jacket Veilers still have Kaito, surprisingly. Secondhand Symphony still has Maya and Mikon. Eye for an Eye's completely in. That is really impressive. Unstoppable Idols have Iris. Rock-On has Reiko. Hornbears with Rantaro. Hashtag Spoiled only lost Natsumi. Gonta was out first, but Razor's trying to carry on. Brute Force has lost Tenko just recently. Here to Stay is now completely out. Corrupted Code completely in, trying to become two-time tag team Agents of Chaos. That has never happened before. Shorty Sleepover still has Kana. Unlike Heat Adventure Team has Bennett, who's been pretty lucky. Robotics Club has only lost Kazuichi. Capture the Moment is now down to just Angie. 2B Me still has Naoto. Strong and Soft Nekamaru. Aiko's Kitchen still has Aiko. Ara has a Mew. Liar Liar with Kokichi. Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical has Paimon with a machete. Taking out the trash. Completely in. Impressive. KPA completely in. Still pretty impressive. Do you remember? Has Ryoko, but can she remember how to win? Watching the World Burn sees Monokuma and Midori. Thank goodness it's written as Midori right there. Cat Owner's Paradise has only lost Jin. Brother Complex still has Lumine. Sinister Side has Sarah. Golden Days with Izuyoi. Pawn Shop still has Mitarai and Mukuro. Seeking Justice has Taka. The Apothecary completely in. Devious Disguises, Sumugi, Kranya. Hunter Heroes completely in. And those are your 50? Me typing in 50 instead of alive. Yes, there are 50 left. We still got some time to go. Let's proceed and let's see what unfolds. We already had an arena event, so nothing else crazy will happen, right? Dimitri gets a hold of my soundboard within the hour. He is struck for using copyrighted music. How could he? Kana enters Kranya's mind, and it was a pleasant trip. That's kind of surprising to me. Sarah slices Angie's eyes. Angie's now blind. Can she win this game blind? When you can't see anybody? Thinking quickly, Seiko constructs a homemade gun using only some string, a squirrel, then a gun. Sakura, Yui, and Nekomaru enter a scrum debate with Mimimoto, Rantaro, and Celeste. They argue over what will happen first, AV giving Waffles a chance or Kaito getting his first win. He could get it today. That's a possibility. Taka and Mikan hold hands. Junko finds a dark Deva, befriends it. Aiko grabs a baseball bat and bashes Ryoko to death with it. Hey, it's all about the Mets, baby. You love to see that. Lumine dyes her hair orange. That could be a pretty good look. I'll give her that. Sou's allergies keep him up all night. That's because Jen sneezed this place back to April. Bennett finds a lovely bikini and puts it on his squire, revealing this awakens something inside of Kokichi. Sakura sends Mew to jail for Mew-like behavior. Tsumugi, stop. Wait, hold on. Let's not gloss over this. Let's not gloss over that one. Sucrose really did send Mew to jail for Mew-like behavior. It's about time someone did that. Tsumugi stopped being selfish. Unable to get a fire going, Iris, Razor, and Mitrai huddle together for warmth. Where in the world is Hifumi? Reiko refused to leave an injured Taichi's side. Mukuro challenges Kaito to a dance-off. Mukuro absolutely dominates. Kaito, you gotta get some better moves. Paimon climbs into an Exisal. Izuyoi says a swear word. Kizakura covers Oda's ears. Yosuke stays awake all night. Monokuma works for both Avi's wares and despairs and Yoko's items and misfortunes because he is in extreme debt. Running a killing game probably does cost a lot now that you think about it. Tengen goes to the Love Hotel with Maya, but somehow wakes up next to Mono. Didn't mean to say it like that. Before Yuko walks into a portal and turns it on, his molecules get all rearranged and he gets ghost powers. Togami uses all of his monocoins to buy out Avi's wares and despairs for the day. That is the power of the rich boy. That's the power of the rich boy. Daddy finds an etch-a-sketch and shows Marco the portrait he made for Pennyworth. Daddy was cheating on Marco with Pennyworth the entire time. Just like him. Just like a cheater. Kiba and Munakata exercise under the stars. They invite Monaco, who promptly murders them both without witnesses. See, this fits because there would be witnesses. Except, for some reason, you did that to your tag team partner, Monica. What are you doing, homie? Naoto quietly hums. It's day 3. Kaito receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's oh god, that's repulsive. Reiko sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Seiko trips on a comically placed banana peels and falls on her bottom. She broke her bottom. It's unfortunate. Minimoto throws sand in the eyes of Paimon and runs off. Mew stabs Tsumugi while her back is turned. Kokichi is ready for Year of the Yui. Could be today. Could be this year. Razor receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed teddy bear. Monokuma reminisces about season 4. Sarah searches for firewood. Bennett he can't handle the circumstances and commits suicide. No, Bennett. It was probably the sacrifice stuff weighing so heavily on his mind. Kranya begs for Tengen to kill her. He refuses keeping Kranya alive. Lumine's phone rings and there's no caller ID when she picks it up. It's Hifumi on the other line, insulting her. Mukuro grabs a present. It's a lump of coal. Mitsurai feigns death, tricking Yosuke into ignoring him. Taichi strangles Kana after engaging in a fist fight. Taichi, you've had a strange game you had, my guy. Although I guess you also. Huh, interesting. Mana finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. Aiko washes her hands in the river. Angie reminisces about season 4. Kizakura, Togami, Izuyoi hold an intervention for Avi's pancake addiction. What are y'all doing? Trying to take away my pancakes? You're all doomed. In fact, no, you're all dead. That's not even a disqualification. Get them. Yeah. I have security over there. They handle it now. I don't have to do anything. Nekomaru confesses his love to Daddy. Daddy replies, cool, see you later, homie, and leaves. He shouldn't have done that, Nekomaru. Mikan gets off to a rocky start with her new professor, Rantaro. Dimitri gets his hand caught in a can of Pringles. Junko pushes Celeste off of a cliff during a wizard fight. Huh. Poor Celeste. Oda, Monica, and Naoto perform a glorious air combo on Maya. Iris commits a crime and runs away giggling. That fits. Sucrose chases Fuyugo around with a mace. Taka, Sou, and Sakura evaluate or receive report cards evaluating their performance this game. Taka with the A, Sou with the C, Sakura with a big fat F. But she's a former singles champion. She could get back that singles championship and be the tag team agent of chaos. Along with brute force. Could it happen? I don't know, but Marco kills Pennyworth, then revives him as an undead minion. I'm gonna allow that. Just like I'm gonna allow this Claire De Lune for another 10, down to 40. 4. Ryoko, Kibo, Munakata, Tsumugi, Bennett, Kana, Kizakura, Togami, Izuyoi, Celeste. You hate to see it, but we are down to 40. I'm gonna do a slow scroll because we have a ton of people to get through, and we are closing in on the hour mark already. So, as we scroll down, you see who's left. You know who you've picked. And you see which teams are completely in. Top 6 teams only will go on to that tag team premiere. And the number 1 team, the team who doth win, oh, they go on. Taking out the trash completely in. Good on them. Good on them. The top team, Agent of Chaos. Or if there's a tie, which is a possibility. We've seen it in an Agent of Chaos match before, in OCs, but it'd be a little bit more chaotic for tag teams. It really would. I guess we do the same thing. Interesting. Oh, that would be really interesting, though. That would be really interesting. I don't know. I'd be okay with a tie in this one. Let's see what happens, though. Shall we? I believe we shall. Let's proceed, and we will see. Night 3. Yosuke tries to enter the secret underground casino located in the arena, but gets turned away by the bouncer. Lumine loves all of her V3 survivors equally, Maki, Himiko, and Saki? Nekomaru decided it was a good idea to nosedive a polar bear preparing for hibernation. It should already be hibernating. However, the horror. Angie finds a care package but is unable to open it. Sarah finds a special charm that allows her to transform into a magical girl. Now it's time to fight some evildoers. Iris is disqualified from the games for committing tax evasion. It is almost tax season, Iris. What are you doing? What are you doing? Rantaro enters Reiko's mind. It was a pleasant trip. Oda puts on a magic show, pushes... Oh, Maya pushes Naoto in a tank of piranhas during the show. These piranhas. Mana dyes her hair red. You know, I think Mana's in a rare case where I think she might be able to make every color work with that outfit. Kaito discovers Daddy's body hanging upside down from a telephone pole. Nobody knows what happened, but Daddy certainly isn't alive to tell the tale. Minimoto saw that the magic show went so well before that he puts on one too. Seiko pushes his tag team partner into a tank of piranhas during the show. You shouldn't have done that, Minimoto. Paimon gets a hold of AV soundboard struck down for copyrighted music. Y'all just don't know how to use a soundboard. How could you? There's like, it's the profile that says copyright, do not use. What are you? It's labeled. Taka goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out. It was him. I would have never thought. Taka basically breaking the rules, letting the dogs out. Mitsurai hits Mukuro with some sweet chin music. I don't know why you're fighting your partner, but you know what? It is what it is. Mew, unable to start a fire, sleeps without warmth. Monokuma eats a sandwich and restores his health to full. Krani is killed and replaced by a realistic doll made in her image. Sucrose buys a plush of the champion Fuigo and cuddles with it. Monica, So and Dimitri play a game of Monopoly. Monica loses all of her properties, flip the game board right over. She is furious. Marco signs a petition to change American football to Yeet Ball. Pennyworth, yes queen. Sakura quietly hums. Aiko can't decide whether Taichi should live or die. Yui delivers an intense motivational speech to Mikan and Junko, inspiring them to give their all this game. Razor and Kokichi stare at each other through the crackling flames of their campfire. The thought of murder are on their minds. Tengen thinks about home as we go on to day 4. Bullying a Rantaro? Not cool, Reiko. Not cool. Tight retrieves a knife from an unknown sponsor. Fuiko finds the remains of a Viking ship. Mana's not funny, has never been funny, and she never will be funny. Mana's made me laugh a handful of times. That's a live an event. Mew breaks down and starts sobbing for unknown reasons. Maya tries to console her. Sakura makes a poem for Sou. Marco discovers a cave. Sarah also drives up to Maki Donald's, but apparently Maki loves Sarah because she's like, here you go, here's one ice cream cone. Pranya and Mukuro track down and kill former champion Minamimoto. Monica finds a bikini and puts it on. It's quite real. Wait, this is the wrong simulator. Oh well. Razor takes Monokuma to Suplex City. Angie and Tengen play tricks on Dimitri while Kokichi steals from his room. That's a very chaotic trio, Loki. Angie, Kokichi, and Tengen. Kaito eats some cheese puffs. Yosuke wonders what events are canon to the Danganronpa Hunger Games lore. They all are, maybe. Oda has drip. Oh, maybe a little bit. Pennyworth, Sucrose, and Mitarai track down and chill with Taka. What? They're just chilling! Paimon, Yui, and Lumine come up with a complicated escape plan, and Mikan, Junko, Aiko, and Seiko swim in a magical lake hidden deep beneath the arena whose mystical waters turn them all into chibi forms of themselves. Magic doesn't always have to be useful, but hey, it sure is cute. Shockingly enough, we only lost 6. It's the lowest count so far, and a very tame Claire de Lune 4. Nekamaru, Iris, Naoto, Day, Hifumi, Minamimoto. 34? 34 remain Tengen, Kaito, Maya, Mikan, Fuyuhiko, Dimitri, Reiko, Rantaro, Oda, Razor, Sakura, Mana, all of Corrupted Code, Monica, Angie, Aiko, Mew, Kokichi, Paimon, Yosuke, Yui, Monokuma, Marco, Sarah, Lumine, Mitarai, Mukuro, Taka, Seiko, Sucrose, Kranya, Taichi, and Pennyworth. All of Hunter Heroes, and all of the Apothecary. But still, it's all about your top 6 teams. And I don't know who they're going to be. But we got to proceed to find out. And we will not dilly and dally because it is a long one. And we all knew it was going to be a long one. But let's proceed and let's see. Night 4. Taichi prays to Atua that he makes out of here alive. He prays with minimal bloodshed, of course. Aiko, Yui, and Oda ambush Kranya, but she's able to fend them off using only a broomstick. Razor charges his ultimate move. Y'all are about to get shocked. Y'all about to see a real electric wolf out here. Reiko cries herself to sleep. Maya kills Pennyworth while he's sleeping. Rest in peace to him. Maya tries to use her ducking, but it's far too much for her and she dies from the stomach pains. Mitarai pretends that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. He could use a wish right now. Wish right now. Wish right now. Monica challenges Fuyuhiko to a dance-off. Monica absolutely dominates. Mikan attacks Mew, but Marco protects her, killing Mikan. Rest in peace to her. Sarah defeats Dimitri in a fight but spares his life. Angie, Monokuma, Mukuro, Kaito, and Paimon get together and form an idol group. Huh. I was out here trying to think about their idol group, and then right below it we see Maki grabs Kokichi by the throat. Love to see it. Sakura, Junko, and Seiko enter a scrum debate with Sucrose, Tengen, and Sou. They argue about V3's ending. Yosuke finally finishes his novel, and Lumine, Taka, and Rantaro sleep in shifts. We hit day 5, and let me tell you, Junko, Maya, Tengen hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. However, they don't know what that means. Buy me more pancakes for the stash, and we see good old Junko. Classic Quiet Maya. And former tag team champion Tengen have a good old time with some pancakes in the Pancake Championship Invitational. Angie spins so fast she becomes a human Beyblade. Fuyuhiko, have some of these pancakes I just got, they're real good. Mitarai ambushes and kills Rantaro. Mukuro steals from Lumine while she isn't looking. Kokichi slams Marco through a table. Seiko doesn't believe in palindromes because they don't exist. You don't have to believe Seiko. So and me, we go way back, not... No. Taka finds a fedora, puts it on. Kaito suddenly yells out, "Taka the platypus?" Yosuke dies from hypothermia. Oda throws sand into the eyes of Dimitri, runs off. You're gonna put his eye out, my guy. Monokuma breaks down and starts weeping for unknown reasons. Razor tries to console him. Didn't you send him to Suplex City earlier? Reiko punches Sucrose off of a cliff, screaming, "Punch Club forever!" to the heavens. Taichi dies from an infection, rest in peace to him. Kranya and Sakura kiss awkwardly under the mistletoe because we should have removed all of that mistletoe. All of it. Aiko pile drives Paimon into the crackling, rampaging flames of their campfire, sacrificing her to the fire god. Sarah overpowers Monica, killing her. Mew plants some trees, and Yui wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. We lost another 9. That brings us down to, we had 34, we're at 25 now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Claire de Lune 4. Pennyworth, Mana, Mikan, Rantaro, Yosuke, Sucrose, Taichi, Paimon, Monica. 25, 25, 25, 25. Just over a standard size game, which means we're at the thick of it. And it's still probably gonna last like a classic 7 days. It feels like 7 days is like the classic amount in these games. 25 remain. Only the top 6 teams will go on. Tengen Kaito, Maya, Fuyiko Dimitri, Reiko, Oda, Razor, Sakura, all of Corrupted Code still, Angie, Aiko, Mew, Kokichi, Yui, Monokuma, Marco, Sarah, Lumine, Mitarai, Mukuro, Taka, Seiko, Kranya. 25. 6 teams will come out to go into that tag team premiere. 1 team will be the new tag team Agents of Chaos. For right now, we'll just proceed and we'll see what happens. As Night 5 begins as Aiko reminisces about the year of the Aviator. The first one for the sign. I loved it. It was a great year. It was the only year that this sign existed where there wasn't a pandemic. And that's something crazy to think about at this point. Lumine and Mukuro huddle together for warmth. It's a little awkward. Kranya relaxes by her fireside. By her place rather. To build each other's trust, Mew and Oda decide to do trust falls in the very first instance. Mew steps aside and lets Oda fall to the ground. Monokuma uses the spirit of the Great Pumpkin to change the arena date to October. Springtime allergies, goodbye. Fall-time allergies, oh, welcome back. Yui and Sakura stare at each other through the crackling flames of their campfire, the thought of murder on their minds. Junko passes out from exhaustion. Mitarai gets infected with the despair disease, starts clinging on to Fuyiko. So, stop being selfish. Seiko finds a big red button. She smashes that thing. She presses it immediately as if she has a death wish. Much to her disappointment, the button doesn't do a thing. Reiko sings Kokichi a lullaby. Razor challenges Angie to a dance-off. Razor absolutely dominates Kaito. Hums a song to himself. Taka stands outside of Maya's camp with a candy pail. Maya gives Taka a knife to the chest. That's not very mama of her. Last time we saw Hiroko give a king-size candy bar, Maya's out here giving death. Dimitri is killed by Tengen before he can go to the planned meeting he had with Sarah, and Marco ain't afraid of no ghosts. We will proceed. It is day 6, and people are dropping like flies as Sakura flies. Like Sakura, putting on some starter shades, increasing her aesthetic level tenfold, making Aiko and Kranya both jealous. Listen here. Maya does not like So. She's going to bark at him. Now. She is now going to bark at him. Bark. Junko questions Lumine's sanity. Sarah and Mitarai have a picnic on a cliff. I comment on how nice it is. Suddenly the cliff falls beneath Sarah and Mitarai, killing them both. Mitarai, you were so close. Sarah, you were so close. But Seiko's trap is killing Razor. Razor, you were also so close. Andy takes Mew to Suplex City. Reiko thinks I don't have an addiction to new addictions. Just because that darts thing happened, just because like other things. Look, Marco sets up an ice cream stands. Fuyiko joins faithful assistant. No. Mukuro, you were supposed to carry on for Mitarai. But Tengen shoots at Yui, misses, and Mukuro perishes instead. Monokuma is making Oda angry. Monokuma's not gonna like Oda when he's angry. And Kaito might have drip, but Kokichi, that man is the director of drip. We have lost another 6. We're at 25, 19 remain. It is indeed Clarity Lune 4. Taka, Dimitri, Sarah, Mitarai, Razor, Mukuro. Alright, that's 19 left. Let's take a real good look. 9 more until your saving grace picks. Headmasters, Tengen. Jacket failures, Kaito. Secondhand Symphony, Maya. Eye for an Eye, the champion, Fuyiko. Rock On, Reiko. Hashtag Spoiled, Oda. Brute Force, Sakura. All of Corrupted Code. Capture the Moment, Angie. Aiko's Kitchen, Aiko. Ara Ara, Mew. Liar Liar, Kokichi. KPA, Yui. Watching the World Burn, Monokuma. Cat Hunter's Paradise, Marco. Brother Complex, Lumine. Devious disguises Kranya, the Apothecary, Seiko. Corrupted Code is the only team that has more than one person. Other than that, it's a free-for-all. It's an entire free-for-all. How will that play out? I'm not entirely certain. But we're about to find out. Just you and me, and everyone else who's watching. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed. And we will see Night 6. Reiko's about to die, but Sakura's like, that doesn't count. Mew prepares Seaside Homicide, and it works, and she kills Marco. Marco's out of here. Angie overhears Monokuma and Lumine's conversation about Avi's pancake addiction and are about to steal his pancakes. Angie intervenes, kills Monokuma and Lumine. You know what? Angie, you're a hero. Angie, you're a hero. You deserve it. You earn it. Thanks for saving my pancakes. I'll never forget. Get yourself into that World Pancake Championship Invitational. Get yourself a title. Saving my pancakes. Love to see that. Junko thinks about home. I wonder what home life was like for Junko. Yui kisses her homies Maya, Kranya, and Kaito goodnight. So and Fuyuko have a tea party together. While reaching for the kettle, So knocks over the kettle, spilling imaginary boiling hot tea on Fuyuko's laps. It burns like the real thing though. Tengen, Aiko, and Oda discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Kokichi goes directly to jail. Seiko swaps out my pancakes for waffles. Seiko. Honey. Homie. This is a long one, so I'm not gonna make this too long. You're not just disqualified, you're super disqualified. I don't want to see your face in the rest of this episode. But it's gonna show up anyway, so I mean, like, what's there to do? So, like, hey, we gotta keep going. It's probably almost time for the feast, too. But let's proceed. We still have another day to get there. Never mind. I was completely right. It's time for the feast. The cornucopias are splinters of the food, weapons, memoirs from the tribute's families. Oda decapitates Fuyuko with a sword. The champ is out. I hate to see it. But he's had a pretty good preseason, we'll be completely honest. Reiko decides not to attend the feast. Junko decapitates Kranya with a sword. You hate to see it. Kaito decides not to attend the feast. Tengen falls into a frozen lake and he drowns. Mew accidentally steps on a landmine. So bashes Aiko's head against a rock several times. Yui invites Maya to an unforgettable luncheon. While making steamed hams, Yui sets the oven on fire, therefore the house on fire, burning both Yui and Maya to death. Sakura decides not to attend the feast, and Angie accidentally steps on a landmine. That cut us down more than likely, to within your top 10. It'll be a saving grace pick soon, but we still have a day to get through. We have a day to get through. I don't know how many teams are left in, especially since both Junko and Sou survive, but we'll proceed and we will see. Everyone here goes on. Kaito, you didn't win, but you survived just long enough. So, Oda, Reiko band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Kaito chews too much gum and dies from horrible stomach pains. You didn't. You didn't win, but you got close enough to get your shot. You got close enough to get your shot. Junko plants flowers around her campsite. That seems a little not so despair. You're just gonna let them die. On a scale of 1 to 10 AV, how much do you like Sayaka? 0. But how much do I like Sakura? 10. Y'all thought that I misspoke and I was gonna say 10? No. Almost though. We're at your final 5 now? We sure are, as we hit 14 gone. A Claire de Lune 4. Marco, Monokuma, Lumine, Kokichi, Seiko, Fuyuhiko, Kranya, Tengen, Mew, Aiko, Yui, Maya, Angie, Kaito. I think we might almost exclusively have teams of 2 left, don't we? No, Rock On. No Spoiled, no Brute Force. No, okay, wait, hold on. We have mostly teams of 3. However, Corrupted Code is looking to ruin that. The Corrupted Code is looking. There's a lot of history. Only history could be made with one of these winners, actually. And we'll talk about that. As I say, it's finally time for your Saving Grace picks. For Rock On, Reiko has survived. She has made it this far. Remember, 1st and 2nd place also go on to the singles premiere, but she's made it for her team in that tag team premiere. Hashtag spoiled with Oda. He wants to win this one for hashtag spoiled. He wants to make sure that hashtag spoiled is on the map. They just got the hashtag back, and now they want it to be hashtag winning. Brute Force, Sakura. She has just finished last season. She was the singles champion for a hot second. Can she try and make her way to being tag team champion and have another shot at that singles title? Actually, is she already? No, I think she actually missed the. She was out really early. I think she might have been out first. Yeah, can she get redemption? Can she get a redemption arc from her title defense? Perhaps. She wasn't out first. Mukuro was out first, and then Sakura. That is what happened. Dang it, Mukuro. And then, shockingly enough, last season's Agents of Chaos, Junko and Sou, both still in. What will happen? Make your picks first, second, third, and I will talk about it for just one moment. If either Reiko, Oda, or Sakura win, it will be our very first trio as the Agents of Chaos. If Sou and Junko win, it will be the first ever two-time tag team Agents of Chaos. Which is tough. I think that's tougher than being two-time tag team champions. I'll be completely frank with you. Because to be Agents of Chaos, you have to win a big match. Like, a big match. Can they do it again? I don't know. But give me first, second, and third. I'm going to make my picks right now. I'd like the Sakura redemption arc. I'd like to see Brute Force being Agents of Chaos. I would love to see Sakura, Tenko, Mana. For second, give me Reiko. And for third, I want Sou again. Those are my top three, but we'll see what happens because we skipped Samurai Woman somehow. In this massive game, somehow we skipped Samurai Woman, didn't we? But I can say that with Reiko, Oda, Sakura, Junko, and Sou, it's something that we like to call a crisis of fate. 5 competitors, 1 shot at being tag team Agents of Chaos, but all of them will go on to the tag team career, so good on them. With the addition of 1, 2, 3, 4, Kaito, and, well, maybe we'll go back to Fallen Tributes. Kaito and Angie. Yeah, for Jacket Failures and Capture the Moment. There we go. But now we'll proceed, and we will see. Junko starts a factory that mass produces mistletoe. Was this a threat? Sou overhears. Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Sou overhears Oda and Sakura's conversations about trying to steal my pancakes. My pancake. Sou intervenes, kills Oda and Sakura, earning entry into the World Pancake Championship match again. They might do it again. I don't know how, but they might do it again. I will write Sou down. You know what? Sou's been popping off ever since the start of, what, season 9? Preseason 9? He's been popping off. However, it is down to Junko, Sou, and Reiko, and I don't know who's going to win. I don't. Can Reiko outlast the chaotic combination of Junko and Sou, or are they staying together for another season as Agents of Chaos? It could all come down to this proceed, will it? No, it won't. Junko betrays Sou. She's like, not this time, buddy. Junko shoots a poisonous dart into Sou's neck, killing him. What? And Reiko just eats dirt. It is between Junko and Reiko. But we have Fallen Tributes. It is indeed a terrible turnabout for Oda, Sakura, Sou. What? What? You would think that, hey, they had it in the bag, but they are so chaotic that Junko was like, nope, not today, not you. If it's gonna be anyone, it's gonna be me. Reiko, Junko. What a final two this turned out to be, however. I'll have to ask you, between Reiko and Junko, who will it be? Junko, Reiko. Reiko, trying to be for her team the first ever trio to hold on to chaos for Ibuki and for Shinyan. Could they do it? I don't know. I think Shinyan would be the first Genshin character to hold chaos. I do believe that is indeed correct, or will it be Junko? The Queen of Despair, could she really be the Queen of Chaos as well? Could she be the only two-time tag team agent of Chaos with Sou? Or will it be Reiko? Junko. Reiko. Junko, this one's long enough already. I'm a hit proceed for you guys. I know y'all want to see it. It could also be a tie and it could also be neither, but I will say that it ends and it will be. You're a part of the squad. You should know. You don't. No. Zoomed. Really? Really? Junko. As a member of the squad, really? You would do that to me? My pancakes. My love for pancakes is much stronger than my disdain for Sayaka. I can't believe you would do such a transgression. You got another thing coming. You think you can do anything just because we're homies, just we're squad members? You think that I'll let this slide and let you go on with the match? No. Not only are you disqualified, you will not be Tag Team Agent of Chaos. I'm giving that to the other team. And that team, they are your winners. Actually, hold on. We can play the your winners. From rocking out to embracing the chaos. These three ladies have truly come across something powerful. With both of her teammates out relatively early, she had to do everything in her might, everything in her power to survive. And the things that she did, oh no. They changed her. They changed a girl. They changed a gal. To win, she had to embrace chaos. And embrace chaos she did. And now, Ibuki, Shinya, Reiko are your new tag team agents of chaos. And more power to rock on. They did it. They came out on top. Congratulations to them. And we also have to give the caveat that the top two, is that what you were doing, Junko? Did you take out So he wouldn't have another shot at the title? You're crazy. You're crazy. Junko wanted to make sure that she had that shot. She wanted to make sure that her shot was hers for the singles title, so she took out So. She took out the easy target, So. Because he wouldn't expect for her to turn on him. Except you should have expected that, So. You should have expected that because that's Junko. Even I expect her to turn on me in the squad eventually. Reiko and Junko will be going on to join Sachiko, Sonic, Momo, Fret, Kaede, Shuichi, Minimaru, Toko, Kokichi, Maya, Himiko, Miu, Maki, Mikan, Yui, Gundam, Kotoko, Nagito, Peko, and the champion Fuyuhiko in the singles Champion of Champions match. However, we also have the top 6 teams going on to join the tag team premiere. But we'll get to that later. So, Sakura, Oda, Kaito, Angie, Maya, and Yui, and Aiko. Finish off your top 10, and we'll do a slow, not even a slow scroll. We'll do a medium speed scroll because we had a ton of people. Look at them all. Look at all of them. So many of them. Goodness gracious. 132. Poor Gonta in last. But hey, freaking Sayaka got next to last. Not by the best means, but you know what? It saved me a little panic. Saved me a little panic. I didn't panic at all this episode because Sayaka was like, I'm gonna get out early for this one. Although I think Sayaka is in tomorrow's Agent of Chaos match because she kind of deserves it. She kind of deserves it, we'll be completely honest. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed. We saw everybody. There's already been a long one, and we have our new tag team Agents of Chaos, Reiko. Where did Shinyan finish? 110th, and where did Ibuki finish? Ibuki lasted for a little bit, but she still wasn't like super duper far, was she? At least I don't think so. Control F, Ibuki. Yeah, she was in 99th. She wasn't far off from either of them. Good job, Reiko. You did earn that one. You really did. We will proceed though. Congratulations to Reiko. And congratulations because it all started with Bike taking out Gonta. Razor tried to carry on for a while. Razor, yeah, he was here on day 6, getting out there. Poor Razor. Poor Gonta. I wish Gonta some luck tomorrow. He's got to finish in the top 2 to get a championship opportunity, but you know what? Maybe. Reiko, however, winning this one. And as we proceed, we see those top 6 teams, and I can tell you, and I'll write them down right now. Rock On, Corrupted Code, Brute Force, oh, hashtag spoiled. Oh, the Jacket Failures. Thank goodness Jacket Failures. For Kaito did that too. Kaito did that for them. And Capture the Moment, who don't have incredible luck. Capture the Moment their team has not had incredible luck, but hey, they could walk out as champions. In 1 week's time. 1 week and 1 day? 1 week and 1 day? A week and a day? 8 days away? Could be. It's a possibility. It's a real possibility, actually. And the team that was in last was Cutting Words. Poor Cutting Words. Dang, poor Cutting Words. That is unfortunate. They were out first. Whew. This is a long one. Yasuke with 7 KOs, Maya with 6, Angie, Lumine, Sakura with 4, Junko, Kizakura, Mew, Monokuma, Mukuro, So, Tengen, all with 3, everyone else with 2 or less. We'll go back to the Reaping. Rock On. They will not only stay together, they are Agents of Chaos. Or potentially Shatter Machine could be Agents of Chaos because Rock On could win. We could have that first ever Chaos transferal, I don't know. That could happen, that's a possibility. But for right now, we have to just look at the now. They are the Agents of Chaos. We'll have to see what happens. Good on Reiko though. She did come out on top. She had a game. She did have a show. She outlasted. And I'm proud of her for that. However, tomorrow's singles Agents of Chaos, I'm not going to linger on this for too long, but Sunday, OC action opens up along with the OC Agent of Chaos match. Get ready for that one too. I think that's all that I need to say. Make sure to vote on your favorite episode concepts from the past 9 seasons. That is in the description below. Those are the only 2 things. If you have any tag team ideas featuring the current people, other Danganronpa characters from series that we have recently finished, God, put them in. Put them in there. That link is in the description too. But for right now, Year of the Zenith, United States Aviator, taking off. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Until tomorrow's Agent of Chaos episode will be much shorter than this episode. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thank you